Hi there, my name's Morna. Welcome to this My World of Work live session. Today we'll be learning about Newton's laws of motion and Scotland's space industry by spinning water upside down. Before we begin, check out the accompanying worksheet for the activity, which you can find on the My World of Work live pages on the My World of Work website. You can follow along, learn and understand the science behind it, and then complete the activity yourself. You'll also learn more about the world of work and the job roles which are connected to what we'll be learning about in the session today. So here on Earth, we're all bound by the laws of gravity, so that's the force that pulls you back down to the ground. You can test that by jumping up or dropping a ball, for example. Gravity is the force that pulls you down. Forces are essentially just pushes and pulls. So to understand these more, we're going to investigate Newton's 3 laws of motion that he put forward about 300 years ago and are still used to this day. The first law states that an object will not move unless acted upon by a force. Once moving, that object will continue to move in a straight line forever unless acted upon by a force. The second law of motion is force equals mass times acceleration. And the third law is for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, these laws are commonly applied to objects that move in straight lines. However, for this session, I'm going to apply them to an item that spins. We also know that they work on a spinning item because we live on planet Earth, and that's spinning. For this session, you're just going to need a couple of items. What I'm going to use today in my one is a frisbee, which I've drilled 3 holes through and attached some lengths of nylon cord. If you don't have this at home, you can use a bucket with a handle and attach a length of rope. Other than that, you're just going to need a plastic cup and some water. So, when I'm using my frisbee, if I spin that frisbee in a circle and then let it go, Newton's first law of motion is coming into effect. So that's where it states that an object will not move unless acted upon by a force. Once moving, it'll continue in a straight line unless acted upon by another force. So gravity would pull that frisbee back down to the ground, so it's not going to disappear off into space. However, if I don't let that frisbee go and I continue to spin it in that circle, Newton's third law of motion is coming into effect here. So that equal and opposite reaction. As I'm spinning it away from me, the strings are pulling it back towards me. Now, the difference here is we're going to add some water into the equation. If you add the water in the cup on top of that frisbee and you spin it in a circle, Newton's first law will be coming into effect here, because that law states that it has to continue in a straight line. So the water will always be wanting to spin in a tangent to the circle. Now, the force that is constantly spinning that water towards the centre of the circle is something called centripetal force. Now, centripetal force is the same force that keeps satellites in orbit around planet Earth. So that's related to that space industry that I was talking about earlier. Scotland has an amazing, developing and continually evolving space industry. We also have some information in the accompanying guide which you can have a little look at to learn more about the spaceports that are being created and developed at Prestwick Airport and up in Sutherland as well. Well done, and thank you for taking part. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like more information, advice or resources to help you discover careers which match your skills and strengths, or to find out more about roles in science connected to this activity, then visit the My World of Work website. Check out the other activities and sessions that you can complete at home to help you discover the world of work.